Good evening and welcome to our special breaking news report. Tonight we are following a developing story involving rising tensions between the United States and Iran, a situation that has captured the attention of governments, analysts, and citizens around the world. Over the past several days, reports from multiple international sources indicate that the relationship between the United States and Iran has entered a new and uncertain phase. Military activity, diplomatic statements, and regional security concerns are all contributing to a rapidly changing situation in the Middle East. The tension began increasing after reports of military movements and defensive preparations were observed in several locations across the region. Satellite images and defense analysts suggested that both sides were closely monitoring each other's activities. Officials in Washington have stated that their primary concern is regional security and the protection of American allies. According to government representatives, the United States has been strengthening its military presence in the area to ensure stability and to deter potential threats. At the same time, Iranian officials have issued strong responses, saying that their nation will defend its sovereignty and security against any form of aggression. These statements have raised concerns among international observers who fear that misunderstandings or miscalculations could lead to further escalation. Across the Middle East, several countries have increased their security readiness. Military bases have reportedly raised alert levels, and some governments have begun reviewing emergency plans in case the situation worsens. One of the key concerns in this developing situation is the strategic importance of the region. The Middle East contains some of the world's most critical energy routes. Oil tankers and cargo ships regularly travel through narrow waterways that are essential for the global supply of energy. If tensions were to affect these routes, it could have a significant impact on international markets and fuel prices worldwide. Energy analysts are already watching the situation carefully. Even small disruptions in major shipping routes can create uncertainty in global markets. Meanwhile, diplomatic channels remain active as international leaders attempt to reduce tensions and encourage dialogue between the two nations. Several European governments have called for calm and have urged both sides to resolve their differences through diplomatic negotiations rather than military action. Political experts say that communication will be crucial in preventing further escalation. History has shown that misunderstandings during periods of high tension can sometimes lead to unintended consequences. For that reason, many global organizations are encouraging transparency and dialogue between all parties involved. While political leaders discuss the situation at the international level, ordinary citizens across the region are watching developments closely. In some cities, people have expressed concern about the possibility of conflict. Local news outlets report that residents are closely following updates and hoping that tensions will decrease in the coming days. Security analysts say that the current situation highlights how interconnected global politics has become. Events in one region can quickly influence economic conditions, diplomatic relationships, and public opinion around the world. Another important factor in the current situation is information. In today's digital age, news spreads faster than ever before. Social media platforms and online news networks are sharing updates almost instantly. However, experts also warn that misinformation can spread just as quickly. For that reason, analysts encourage viewers to rely on verified sources and official statements when following developing stories like this one. Military experts say that both the United States and Iran possess significant capabilities, which makes any potential confrontation extremely serious. However, they also emphasize that both nations understand the risks of large-scale conflict. Because of this, many analysts believe that diplomatic negotiations will remain the preferred path forward. Still, the coming days will be critical in determining the direction of this situation. International observers will be watching closely to see whether tensions increase or whether diplomatic efforts succeed in easing the crisis. World leaders have repeatedly emphasized the importance of stability in the Middle East. The region plays a vital role in global economics, energy production, and international trade. Any disruption there can affect countries far beyond the region itself. At the United Nations, diplomats have already begun discussions about the situation. Some representatives have called for emergency meetings to address the growing concerns and to encourage peaceful solutions. Meanwhile, defense experts continue analyzing satellite imagery, public statements, and military movements to better understand what may happen next. For now, the situation remains tense but uncertain. There are many possible outcomes, ranging from diplomatic negotiations to continued political pressure between the two nations. What happens next may depend on the decisions made by leaders in the coming days. For the millions of people living in the region, the hope is that diplomacy will prevail and that tensions will gradually decrease. As this story continues to develop, we will bring you the latest updates and analysis from experts around the world. For now, global attention remains focused on the relationship between the United States and Iran, a relationship that has shaped international politics for decades. The next few days may prove to be a critical moment in determining the future direction of that relationship. Thank you for watching our special report tonight. Stay with us for continuing coverage as we follow this important developing story.